Guys, Greg here from Citadel Roof Systems. We're up on your roof here in Newington, and I just want to show you guys a few things that we found. This is the flatter portion of the roof, the very top of it, and as you can see, it's rusted, similar to the side that's more pitched going down to the road there. And we'll walk over here and take a look at some of the rust. What you're having is obvious rust issues, but you're also having flaking. Now, your flaking isn't just in your rust areas. Your flaking is also on this side, which has significantly less rust, and it's virtually no rust at all, but you're still having flaking issues. And the reason why you're having these flaking issues is because of one of a few reasons. I don't know which it is, but typically the reason why you'll have that is, one, because the coating was installed at too cold of a temperature for what it was rated for. Two is because of poor preparation done to the roof prior to installing the coating. And three, because it's an improper coating with poor elongation, it's called. It's not designed to flex as much as these roofs move when you have thermal shock take place, which is essentially the heat from the sun heating up your roof, and then it rains on it and it expands and contracts rapidly. And so there are some examples as to why you would have that. Now we're working our way down this side here, and as you can see, we still have significant rusting on this side of the roof. And now we'll come down here. Now I'm sure you guys are able to notice this from the road as you're going by. And so the way that we would fix this is we would pressure wash this entire surface with 4,000 psi pressure washers with turbo nozzles. That's going to blast away the majority of this, but because we don't want to apply a coating over anything that will push up the coating afterward, we would actually go through and do some grinding in these areas that need it to ensure that all of this flaking here is removed. Anything that the pressure washer doesn't remove will get removed. Prior to us doing a rust inhibitive primer on these sections, possibly over this entire side and the side over by the road. The back side I don't believe needs it. I think you guys can save some money there. And then after that we would do our coatings. Whichever type of coating you choose, we'll give you a few options in the proposal. One thing I want to show you on this roof that I noticed is when you spray elastomerics or any sort of roof coating, you should be well experienced prior to doing a roof like this. And one thing we can see here, you see these areas right here? These areas are sag lines from the people who were spraying this. Now, they weren't experienced sprayers who were installing the material here. We can see more right here all the way across. Okay, this side is sprayed very inconsistent. There's a poor spray pattern in here, and I can tell that they weren't used to spraying elastomeric coatings, whereas this side was sprayed much better. It almost looks like there were two different people on the crew spraying each side. I don't know if that was the case, but it certainly looks that way with a spray pattern. And so that's another thing you guys want to look for when you're making your decision on this roof, that you have guys that are experienced in specifically dealing with this kind of situation. And further down, I can show you a few other areas that we found that would be of a concern. Obviously, on this side over here, as we get down here, we have some cleats missing, which I'm sure you're aware of down toward that end. But in addition to the cleats that are missing, we have a lot of cleats that are still held in place here, but they're bent up significantly, and they are definitely letting water in. I checked a few of them, about 20 feet in from where you see the ladder poking up over there. Another thing that we notice as we come down here, as the coating was installed over where you see the rubber membrane coming up, we have some areas where this has failed, and this is something that we'll take care of in the restoration as well. As we get down to this section, you can see these areas here, rubber's peeling up in here, and it's all cracked. And so those are the things we'll address. We use specific mastics for tying that in that last a very long time prior to coating. Another thing we noticed up here is in your electrical boot there, you got water coming in right in that section. Fortunately, it's covered, so you probably don't have much water, but if snow is binding up there around March or something, when it's thawing out for you, you're probably going to have some water coming in there. And we have this particular seal for your flashing on the roof failed. And so there's a few examples of what we found up here, guys, and we will send along some pictures in addition to this video for you to help you understand a little bit better what's going on your roof. Thanks a lot. Greg from Citadel Roof Systems, 603-969-0968.